Hey guys, Logan here. Good morning. It is June 30th and tomorrow is July 1st. I realize I have not posted a video in 2 weeks. I apologize about that. I will be honest here. Last week was a little stressful. My wife and I, we went through a couple things and things were stressful, and I was just honestly focusing on keeping myself regulated and not stressed out, and I honestly just kind of didn't think about it. But my videos are kind of all over the place. I don't have a specific time I post or anything. I just do videos when I feel like it and whatever. Anyways, wanted to kind of give my subscribers, whoever watches my videos, a little update and stuff of how my new lifestyle is going. So I have reached my goal weight, as they say. Yeah, I've reached it. I've officially back to feeling where I personally feel the most confident and comfortable in my body, and as being someone who is 4'10", very short, petite woman, it took a while to get there, and it was very frustrating because I was stuck at the same weight for so long, and it took forever, but I'm finally there. I reached it last Friday. I'm very happy. I feel good, and now I'm honestly just really focusing on continuing my health journey and my fitness. I work out at home, so I do a lot of I do Pilates with Blogilates. I do Grow with Jo. She's my absolute favorite because I just love her, and Pop Sugar Fitness. So yeah, I don't really have a routine, really. I mean, I kind of do, I kind of don't. My main thing though is to make sure I do get in my 10K steps every day or more. I do average, I would say, anywhere between 12,000 to 15,000 steps a day, because I also work at a restaurant, and I work 6 to 8 hour shifts, 4 to 5 days a week. So I am moving constantly at my job. And so I know I'm getting way more than the steps I get at home. For example, this morning I did an hour of Grow with Jo, and then I did 5K steps, and I'm probably gonna do another 5K steps here in a little bit. But yeah, my biggest, I guess, my next goal, if I were to have one, is to just, I don't know, just stay focused and stay consistent. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep going. This is a forever thing. But the thing that really, I try not to let it bother me, but it really sucks that it took me so freaking long to get to the place I'm at now. But at the same time, I went through a lot of traumatic events happened in my life. Had 2 boys in my 20s. I was married to a narcissist, and he was not good for me. He was not a good person. He still isn't. And then I've worked on healing from all that for the past 8 years since I left him, or over 8 years now, 8.5 years I left him. I left him when our youngest turned 1, but I mean, mentally and emotionally, I had left a year before he was born. Anyways, so I've spent a lot of time processing what he put me through, processing what, how it made me feel and all that stuff. And I've come a long way to where I was even just a few months ago, if I'm being honest. And another thing that I'm really focusing on right now is just the fact that this is a lifetime commitment and journey. This is never gonna end. Like, I don't plan on stopping. Like, I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to make sure I get in some form of activity every single day, you know, as much as I can, because I do have chronic pain. I have fibromyalgia, and there are some days where I do flare up and where I don't feel good. I mean, I had a really rough week last week. That's another reason I didn't do a video last week. I honestly wanted to, but my fibromyalgia, I had like 3 flare-up days. Dude, that took me out. Like, I was done. However, I did still manage to get some walking in, you know, because if I do sit for too long, my joints get stiff and I hurt and I ache. And I just told myself, hey, you know, you can, and that's another beautiful thing of working out at home. For me personally, having chronic pain, I can break up my workouts. Like today, I've done 1 hour of Grow with Joe and I've done 5K steps. I've rested for a little bit, you know, and I'm making a video right now, and after I post it, I'm probably going to do another 5K steps. You know, just the whole thing is just staying consistent, staying disciplined, not motivated, because that's another thing, let me tell you right now. Motivation, it exists. I mean, there are some days I wake up and I'm like, let's go, you know, I'm ready to kill it. You know what I mean? But because of my chronic pain, and I do still struggle with some mental health issues, you know, I have depression, I have anxiety, and some days it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. But I tell myself, okay, Logan, you were gonna be disciplined today, you were gonna get out there, and you were going to do, if not, just do the minimum 10K steps and at least 30-minute workout, you know. And 9 times out of 10, I do it. And another thing is, though, like, when I don't do it, I don't beat myself up over it. I don't sit there and tell myself, you know, oh, you're a bad person because you didn't exercise today, or you ate a little off your diet, you know, whatever. I'm working on that. I am working on being more positive and just taking it day by day, because I personally might make plans to do a certain amount of whatever the next day, and then I wake up and my body says, hey, we're gonna take it a little easier today than you planned because this hurts more than usual, and if I overdo it, I will cause more pain, and for me, the more pain I'm in, the more I have to rest, and you get it. So again, you know, like, the whole working out at home works great for me. Like, no hate to anyone who works out at the gym, because honestly, if we had a sitter to watch the kids and the money to go to the gym, we would go to the gym, me and my wife together. But currently, right now, in my fitness journey, I'm working out at home, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing with only being able to work out at home. Like, you know, there's lots of people who work out at home. They have at-home gyms, and honestly, for me, it just makes more sense, and it saves you a lot of money. It saves you time, you know, whatever, to each their own. And the other thing I kind of want to bring up really quick is I have been feeling so much better since switching to a more whole foods diet. I have been feeling, honestly, better than I have felt in forever. Like, physically, emotionally, like, it's amazing to me. And like, yeah, it, like, okay, I grew up with my mom, rest in peace, who she was obese, yet she had a Anna mind. So that was hard. So, like, in a way, I've always known the right way to eat and exercise and yada yada yada. I've just never implemented it because I also developed eating issues because of the way that my mom raised me. Because, you know, my mom, she wanted me to be skinny as possible. Skinny as possible. And, you know, and for most of my life, I'm not even joking. I mean, over 20 years of my life, that was the goal, was to be skinny. And, a lot of people do look at me and they call me slim and they say I'm skinny and blah, blah, blah. But really, my whole goal right now, I'm realizing, you know, I'm about to be 35 in November. My whole thing is I want to be strong. Yes, I do want to be lean, but I want to have muscle. And I want to be, the main goal is health. The main goal is no longer reaching a certain size or weight. Yes, I know I just said in the beginning of this video I've hit my goal weight, but that is just to where I feel more confident, my most confident, and I feel the most comfortable in my body at this weight. Like, I don't feel comfortable or whatever at over a certain amount of weight. I don't know. I'm going off track. I'm blabbing, sorry. But anyways, but yeah, Whole Foods are amazing. I mean, I am giving up fast food this year. You know, my wife and I will probably still go to certain restaurants and stuff, and I will just order the healthiest meal I can. Keep it as healthy as I can. And another thing is eating to when I am satisfied, not stuffed. You know, that whole 70-80% fullness, you know, because after I eat, I now do post-meal walks, anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, you know, just to get the digestion going, because I also struggle with constipation, and walking after I eat really helps with that. So yeah, I'm feeling really good. I feel like I'm doing well, you know, in my journey, you know, and I am 3 months hinge free, over 3 months hinge free. Like, I'm feeling so good and so confident and so, you know, I'm feeling good. And I'm enjoying this journey, and this journey I plan on doing for the rest of my life. Like, I don't plan on stopping. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be for my wife and especially my children. So that is all I'm going to say now, because this video is over 12 minutes long of me ranting. So if you've made it to the end of this video, wow, thank you so much for listening to me rant. I can be really annoying, I know. But anyways, tomorrow is July 1st. We are getting our boys from my ex-husband's parents tomorrow night. I'm excited. They're going to be here for 3.5 weeks. We have plans. I'm excited. And I hope I can do more videos this coming month. I am going to do my best. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.